A very warm welcome back from here in Oberjoch, Germany for day 2 of this FIS Telemark World Cup. I'm Jack Harvard-Taylor and I'm going to be bringing you all the action here this afternoon. We've got the parallel sprint coming up in just a few moments' time and we'll be getting the racing underway. Of course, this is a little bit different to yesterday's race if you were watching, and we'll see the races come down side by side on very similar, identical courses really. This morning we had the qualification. We saw Joanna Holzmann qualify in first place from Germany ahead of Switzerland's Amélie Reymond and Argeline Tan-Bouquet from France qualifying third. In the men's race, Jonas Schmidt qualified in first position. He took the silver medal yesterday. Bastian Dayer from Switzerland qualified second. He took the gold medal yesterday in the sprint. And Jura Elish from Slovenia qualified third. So yesterday it was a great day for the Swiss, who took the gold medal in the men's sprint and the ladies' sprint, with Amélie Reymond, the great Amélie Reymond, taking the title, and great to see Bastian Dayer on top of the podium as well. Today, of course, it's a new day and anything can happen in the parallel. It really is anyone's game. It's a very, very different race to the sprint. It's not a too dissimilar course, but of course, you've got the psychology involved, racing side by side against your fellow racer. In Pralou, in France, just over a week ago, we saw a great day for the French, with Phil Lau taking the gold medal and Argeline Tan-Bouquet taking the gold in the ladies' race. Nicolas Michel took the silver in Pralou, along with Beatrice Zimmermann from Switzerland, also in the ladies' race. Unfortunately, Beatrice isn't here. She had a bit of a horrible tumble in Pralou, actually, and decided not to race in these races here in Oberjoch. But some brilliant racing coming up. You can see the athletes in the start now, just getting ready. We'll have the first of the men before the ladies go down. As you can see on your screen, beautiful views here in Oberjoch, Germany. It's cleared up a little bit. Yesterday we had a light dusting of snow for the sprint, but today it's a little bit sunnier. Conditions are good. We had a very, very fast qualification run this morning, and there's actually been a course reset. Just try and slow the races down a little bit. So it really is a fast and furious discipline, the sprint, parallel sprint even. So the race has gone up for a second inspection of the course. And just a few minutes' time, we'll be seeing the men getting underway. Those of you who aren't so familiar with the parallel format, we'll see races going down side by side, one against another. It's a knockout competition. So the fastest skier will go through to the next round. I should also point out the faster skier in the pair will choose which course they want to go down. So they will have the right to choose whichever course they think will be faster. Of course, having had the course reset, it's not 100% sure whether there will be a faster course. Of course, they're both identical. But on the screen now, you can see the first runner, Jonas Schmidt, in the blue course for Germany, taking on Robin Kraft, also from Germany, in the red course. Both racers now in course. Jonas Schmidt skied from 38th position yesterday in the first run to win the first run yesterday in the sprint. No doubt looking for a win today. A local chap, knows the piste, knows the conditions well. Always difficult being drawn against a fellow countryman in the first round. Jonas Schmidt, though, taking a comfortable lead here over the young Robin Kraft. See in the finish there a number of different ways to finish the course, and that will depend very much on how many penalty points these racers pick up on the way. So there is a corridor for 0 penalties, there's 1 for 1, and there's another corridor for 2 and 3. And there we have it, a win for Jonas Schmidt, who will go through to the next round. Next on course, two Frenchmen. In the blue course, Adrien Etivin, and in the red course, Noé Clay, both from France. Adrien from Meribel trains alongside Phil Lau. Noé Clay, Samoa, both superb French racers. I suspect this will be a very close race. Both get off to a good start. And level at the jump. Oh, Adrien Etivin having a few issues back there. And Noé Clay safely into 360 with a little bit of a lead there. Very, very close racing indeed. And a 1 second penalty for Noé Clay, but still maintaining that lead over Adrien Etivin. Cruising into the finish now. You'll often see lots of these racers just taking a bit of a look back, trying to preserve a little bit of energy for the latter stages of a race. Some wild skiing from Noé Clay there as well. There we have it. Adrien Etivin, unfortunately, losing his speed. Next up, though, in the blue course, Elie Nabo from France taking on Nicolas Michel from Switzerland in the red course. Nicolas Michel took the silver medal in Pralu just over a week ago, and an excellent parallel skier indeed. Elie Nabo will have his work cut out, but like I say, it's anyone's game here, parallel day. Just awaiting the starters' orders. Both racers now on course. Nicolas Michel, perhaps a slightly better start there, pushing out. A lot of it comes down to timing, coordination. Just a half a gate lead over Elie Nabo. Both skiers looking pretty composed now, coming into the lower section of the course. Absolutely textbook skiing there from Nicolas Michel. Oh, almost stumbling a little bit at the top, but managing to carry enough speed back down. 0 penalties for both racers. So they'll go through the fastest corridor. Nicolas Michel maintaining a slight lead here, building that lead over Elie Nabo. And there we have it, a win for the Swissman, Nicolas Michel. What a fantastic opening pairing. It's very rare to see such tight racing this early on in the contest. Of course, it's going to get faster and faster. Things are going to hotten up here in Oberjoch. Next racers now getting ready. Julian Zerbert from Switzerland in the blue course. Ondrej Heger from the Czech Republic in the red course. Julian Zerbert had a fantastic result in Pralu, coming in 5th position, possibly taking some advantage over Ondrej Heger going into this race, who hasn't had, well, first World Cup of the season for Ondrej. Certainly looking to make his mark here today. Both racers now on course, though, looking sharp. Julian Zerbert first over the jump. Ondrej Heger hanging on, though. Julian, a bit of a parallel specialist, you could say. Been doing a lot of training with the French team, and especially one young lady, Iloué Ravenel, who will be cheering Julian on from Chamonix in France. Great skiing here, great skating even from both racers. And there we have it, Julian Zerbert taking the win there for Germany, going through to the next round. Next up, though, in the blue course, Bene Holzmann, who took the bronze medal yesterday, coming up against Valentin Rudert from Switzerland in the red course. Bene, one of the most experienced German racers, in fact, one of the most experienced racers in the World Cup, had a brilliant race yesterday. No doubt looking to build on that today. He's had some really good training over the last week or so with the German team. Oh, Bene Holzmann just skiing out of a course there. Not quite sure what happened, but unfortunately that will put him out of contention for the time being as Valentin takes the lead here for Switzerland. Still though, Bene hanging on. It looks like he managed to stay in the course. There we have it, unfortunately. Bene Holzmann picking up 3 penalty points. And Valentin Rodert taking the win over Bene Holzmann. A real shame to see Bene skiing out so early on in this competition. Another great race so early on. Back to the top now for the next round with Louis Hatchwell from Great Britain in the red course, taking on Leonhard Müller from Germany in the blue course. Still beautiful sunshine at the top, as you can see. Quite a contrasting day to yesterday with really tough conditions. Very unusual snow conditions as well. It was exceptionally warm in the afternoon, really quite chilly in the morning. Today the snow is pretty firm, and fingers crossed, hopefully it will stay that way throughout the race today. Louis Hatchwell now on your screen from the Primrose Hill Ski Club in North London. And Leonhard Müller, a local German chap. Leonhard Müller finished 12th in the seeding. Louis Hatchwell 21st. Yep. Speaking to Louis before the race, he said he's going to give it a good crack though. It's his favourite discipline. Anything can happen. There we have it, both races off to a good start. And fairly equal, Leonhard Müller possibly taking a slight edge over Louis Hatchwell. Leonhard Müller safely into the 360 now over Louis Hatchwell, taking the lead. Of course, those all-important penalties count for a lot. Both skiers picking up a 1-second penalty, so they will have to skate a little bit further than they would have had to done without penalties. But it looks like it's going to be a win for Leonhard Müller of Germany through to the next round. Half a second in it. Super race. It's brilliant skiing from Louis Hatchwell. He'll be pleased with today's performance, having skied out yesterday in the sprint. Next up though, in the blue course, Gato Pukura, and in the red course, Sivit Hull from Norway. Sivit Hull had very unlucky run yesterday. Managed to snap his pole in the start gate, which unfortunately meant he had to take a new pole in the finish. But certainly one of the top guys to watch. Sivert finishing 13th in qualification, and Gato from Switzerland 20th. Both races now out the gate on course. Good start from Sivit Hull, possibly a fraction of a second ahead of the Swissman Gato Pukura. Big jump from both athletes. Difficult to say whether they picked up any penalties on the jump. Very close coming into 360. But Sivit Hull coming out just a little bit of a lead over Gato Pukura. Both a 1-second penalty. Possibly not making the jump line. It is a fast and furious skate. I can see on your screen as they come towards the finish corridor now. Each racer having to go down their respective corridor at the finish. And there we have it, Civid Hull, half a second over Gato Picura from Switzerland. Great run from Civid Hull. Now on the screen, Christoph Frank in the blue course trait, taking on Christoph Frank from Germany, taking on Trym Loken from Norway in the red course. Trym took the bronze medal in Pralu just over a week ago. Certainly coming in with a lot of confidence today, taking the 4th spot in the seeding. Having said that, Christoph Frank, also known as the Frankinator, is a force to be reckoned with. Super fast skier, very, very agile. At the moment, Trym Loken from Norway has the upper hand over the young German, but he's fighting back, drawing Trym Loken back, taking the lower line in the 360. It's paid off for Trym Loken though, just managing to carry his speed the whole way around. No 1 second penalty for Christoph Frank there. Trym Loken taking a look back over his competitor, the Frankinator. Unfortunately, didn't have enough juice in it. Trym Loken through to the next round for Norway. Interesting tactics here. You often see the skier that's slower into the 360, often taking the lower line, sometimes trying to undercut the skier ahead. Tactic didn't pay off today. It's such a big 360. You really have to carry as much speed as you can all the way around. Next up, though, in the red course, Jure Alish on your screen now from Slovenia, taking on the Swissman Maxim Mossad in the blue course. Both races now on course. Jure Alish finished 3rd in the seeding. Bit of a parallel specialist. Big jump from both skiers, looking controlled coming into this next set of gates. And a slight lead for the Slovenian. Going into the skating section, interesting to see. There we have it. 2 penalties for Maxim Mossad on the blue course. Jure Alish skating towards the finish. There we have it. Jure Alish from Slovenia through to the next round. Rather convincing win. A slight variation to yesterday's course. It's much faster. It's very, very direct as well. I mean, these skiers really have to put everything on the line if they're going to get through. You can't leave anything to chance in the parallel. Well, here we have the results so far. Benedikt Holzmann taking the win. Leonard Müller also. But next on your screen now, Corey Snyder from the US of A in the blue course. Qualified 19th. He'll be taking on Matti Lopez from Maribel, France in the red course. Matti Lopez finished 5th in Pralu just over a week ago. No doubt looking to better that result today. Both races on course. Corey Snyder, as I often refer to as my wild card on the World Cup. If he stays on his feet, should have a fantastic run. Having said that, Matti Lopez, a force to be reckoned with. Both skiers look pretty level at this point, looking a little bit scrappy. Both skiers possibly picking up penalties. Matti Lopez certainly has the upper hand over Corey Snyder. but 2 penalties for Matty Lopez, 1 for Corey Snyder. It looks like it's not going to be enough. Matty Lopez still leading over Corey Snyder, can't get past him. Matty Lopez taking a glance back, but there we have it, the win for Matty Lopez with just half a second. Cracking skiing here from both racers. They really were fairly level up until the last couple of gates. Matty Lopez, we saw, taking a very small lead. And still managing to take the win with 2 penalties. Impressive effort from both racers. Next on course in the blue gates, Ole Kullberg taking on Alec Dixon from Great Britain. Ole Kullberg, all the way from Sweden, our only Swedish competitor here. And Alec Dixon, well-known British racer, famous triangle player. Rather unusual hobbies, to say the least, but Ole Kullberg taking an early lead here. Huge jump from Ole Kullberg, and that's Alec Dixon out the course, unfortunately, after the jump. Just landing, it looks like he landed the wrong side of a gate, possibly not having done his course inspection thoroughly as he might have hoped. That will see Ole Kullberg through to the next round. What a shame for Dixon. There we have it. DNF, Alec Dixon, and our winner, Ole Kullberg, through to the next round in today's parallel sprint. Huge jump there, just looking at the replay. Unfortunately, Alec Dixon got that jump all wrong. Next up, Maximilian Huber from Germany in the blue course, and Stefan Matter from Switzerland in the blue course. Stefan Matter took the 5th spot in Pralu just over a week ago. Certainly looking to make amends today. He's taking the podium. Maximilian Huber finished in at 27th, a little bit further back in the field. Of course, it's the top 32 that qualify here today. Stefan Matter, a comfortable lead here over the Swissman, over the German, sorry. Looking very comfortable here, coming towards the finish. There we have it, Stefan Matter taking the win there over Max Huber of Germany. Unlike yesterday's race, these races are head-to-head. There's also just one run that counts. They don't get a second opportunity to get through. Now on your screen, Ben Emsley from Great Britain in the in the blue course, and Phil Lau from France in the red course. Phil Lau, the winner of the Pralu parallel sprint. Certainly looking for another win today in this course set by the French coach, Julien. Still, Ben Emsley, no doubt, going to give his best effort today, having come slightly further back in the seeding. Phil Lau looking very comfortable though, taking a lead here over the young Brit. Phil Lau extending his lead now. The veteran with over 210 World Cup starts to his name. Really is one of the top guys here in the World Cup circuit. There we have it. A win for Phil Lau over Great Britain's Ben Emsley. But a fine performance from Ben.
Ja, ich hatte selber schon das Glück, gegen Phil fahren zu können. Und das, also da steigert man sich dann noch mehr rein. Wenn man gegen jemanden wie der Phil fahren kann, dann ist natürlich, gibt es nur eins, und zwar Vollgas runterkommen.
Phil Lau will go through to the next round. Now on your screen, from Germany, Louis Uber in the blue course and Henrik Buchbrein from Norway in the red course. Just awaiting the starters' orders now. Both races now on course, with looking fairly equal in these early stages. Possible slight lead there for Louis Uber. Oh, just getting slightly wide there in the soft stuff. Henrik Buchbrein overtaking, going into the lead in the 360. Oh, 3 penalties for Louis Uber. He's got a long way to go. Henrik Buchbrein taking 0 penalties and extending his lead now over the German. There we have it, a win for Henrik Buchbrein of Norway through to the next round. Well, so far, ladies and gentlemen, some good skiing, some fair fights. Haven't seen any massively close races just yet. Of course, as things go on in this contest, things will get closer and closer. Next up, though, 2 Norwegians. In the blue course, Christian Lalvik Gelsted, and in the red course, Jakob Alfberg. Two of Norway's finest skiers now on course. Christian Lalvik Gelsted, a well-known face on the World Cup, certainly taking the early lead here. Oh, wild skiing there from Jakob Alfberg, managing to stay on his skis. Lalvik Gelsted taking the lead. The young Norwegian from Morgedal, the home of Telemark. Certainly well versed in the Telemark style. There we have it. Gelsted rolling over the line through to the next round. Great performance from both racers. Unfortunate mistake from Jakob. There we have it. Just going wide on the gate, managing to wang his way around that last red. And our final pairing today, with Bastian Dyer from Switzerland in the blue course and Colin Dixon from Great Britain in the red course. Colin, unfortunately, wasn't here yesterday, arrived just for the parallel today, and Bastian Dyer, yesterday's winner, no doubt taking a lot of confidence coming into this first race. Bastian Dyer opening up the lead here over the Brit. Brilliant line from Bastian on the jump there, coming off straight into the blue gate. Colin Dixon a little bit of a way behind. As we see here, Bastian just slowing down, trying to preserve a bit of energy. He's still got a long way to go before he can take the podium today. And there we have it, the win for Switzerland's Bastian Dyer, who'll go through to the next round. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the first round of the men's. In just a few minutes' time, we'll be getting the ladies' races underway with first pairing Antonia Kneller from Germany taking on Simone Oehrli from Switzerland. On your screen now, the confirmation of the winners from the first round of the men's parallel sprint. And just a quick recap from the last race in Pralou, France. We saw Argeline Tambouquet from France take the gold, followed by Beatrice Zimmermann from Switzerland, who isn't racing today, and Amélie Reymond from Switzerland also, who took the third place. Your screen there, Joanna Holzmann from Germany. Your screen now, the lineup. Joanna Holzmann, you see there, going straight through to the next round. With no pairing, came first in the seeding race, so she will get a bye through to the next round. And the same with Amélie Reymond as well. I should add the course crew here doing a fantastic job throughout the weekend. It's been really tough conditions, especially yesterday, a lot of loose snow. But the local club have put on a fantastic job making sure the course is safe. Jasmine Taylor on your screen now from Great Britain, just warming up. Some of the course team on your screen now. Those ladies have a very important job lifting up the numbers of penalties. So when you see the racers coming down into the finish, they will be looking up to see exactly how many penalties they get. Joanna Holzmann now from Germany, just awaiting her start. She will still get to ski the course, although she won't be racing anyone. She'll get a bye through to the next round, where she'll take on whoever comes up in the next race. It'll either be Antonia Kneller from Germany or Simone Oehrli from Switzerland. Nice to see such a good turnout of spectators here in Germany, here in Oberjoch, Germany. We see the top ladies at the start now, just awaiting the starters' orders. Joanna Holzmann from Germany just trying to stay warm in the start before she gets her parallel sprint underway. Joanna Holzmann looking very, very relaxed. She took the silver yesterday, had a brilliant first run, leading after the first run. Unfortunately, couldn't hold on to it, just giving way to the legendary Amélie Reymond. interesting dancing going on from the penalty ladies in the finish. Rather questionable dancing, I would say. I think they could do a few lessons from some of the Telemark skiers themselves. In fact, Argeline Tambuke, I've seen, is a rather expert dancer, Facebook would tell me. Anyway, back to the start. Joanna Holzmann will be going down the course first for Germany. Just a few moments' time. As you can see here in Oberjoch, Germany, a fine day. The sun's out. There's not too much wind at the moment. There it is, our favourite Norwegian, giving us a good wave. Picking up plenty of attention here on the FIS Telemark World Cup. All the children at the finish. No doubt cheering on the local lady, Joanna Holzmann there, just getting ready in the red gate. Bit of leg rubbing even going on from one of the German coaches at the start. And Holzmann just trying to stay warm here. About 0 degrees at the top of the course, so it's not too chilly on a day like today. Joanna Holzmann there now, just getting into the gate, getting ready to rock and roll. Joanna Holzmann, bit of a veteran in the circuit, racing since 2011, picks up her first podium in Kvarvit in 2012, now on course on her home hill here in Oberjoch, Germany. No doubt looking for a win today. She has a bye through to the next round, so probably looking to conserve a little bit of energy. Ooh, looking a little bit wobbly in the 360 there, carrying plenty of speed into it. We can see already the snow conditions have deteriorated a little bit. It's already starting to look a bit softer. Joanna Holzmann now for Germany. Coming up to the finish, a nice little practice for her before she goes into the next round. Always a nice way to start your parallel sprint contest. Next on course, though, from Switzerland in the red course, Simone Oehrli taking on Germany's Antonia Kneller in the red course. Simone started racing in 2013, where she took her first podium in the sprint. She took her first victory last year in the US of A. Taking on the young German, extending a bit of a lead at the start there. Such a short race here, you really do notice any errors that do come up. And it's not a forgiving course either. Second penalty for the German. And Simone Oehrli from Switzerland taking 0 penalties, extending her lead here for Switzerland. No doubt she'll be through to the next round.
Simone Oehrli also weiter in diesem Duell. Und oben geht es weiter mit Guru, nämlich Guru Helde Kjølseth gegen Karen.
Oh, we just see Antonia Kneller get a little bit caught up in the start there. Difficult to see whether she got a pole a bit caught or what happened there. Got to be so careful in the start of these races. Very, very easy to lose a pole, as we've seen done in the past. Next up, though, in the blue course from Norway, the legendary Guro Helge Selset, taking on Sweden's Karin Absenhan. Guro Helge Selset qualified in 5th position. Taking a lead here, building a lead, I should say, over the young Swede Karin Abrahamsson. Guro Helge Selset looking very comfortable here as she comes up to the skating section. All good experience for the Swede, though, Karin Abrahamsson. Helge Selset through to the next round.
Also, Siegerin im Duell gegen Karin Abrahamsson. Im nächsten Duell haben wir wieder eine Deutsche dabei. Anne-Katharina Kessler gegen die Britin Jasmine Taylor.
Now on your screen, Anne-Katharina Kessler from Germany and Jasmine Taylor from Great Britain. Germany on the red course, Great Britain on the blue course. Jasmine Taylor took the bronze medal yesterday, just missing out on the gold and silver. And Kessler, certainly a bit younger than Taylor, but keeping up. Taylor only just a little bit ahead here. Just extending her lead slightly into the 360. Giving Taylor a good run for her money, though. And a 2-second penalty there for Anna Kessler. Adding to her skate, Jasmine Taylor looking very chilled as she approaches the finish now. Trying to preserve some energy for the following rounds. And the win goes to Jasmine Taylor.
Argeline Tan-Bouquet gegen Magdalena Kopeka.
And next up from the Czech Republic, Magdalena Kopeka on the red course, or in the blue course, and from France, Argeline Tan-Bouquet on the red course. Argeline took her first ever parallel sprint victory just a week ago in Pralou in France, coming into this with a lot of confidence. And here we see it, Argeline Tan-Bouquet showing her dominance here over the Czech skier already. A couple of gates ahead after the jump. Argeline certainly in the running for the podium places today. Still some tough rounds to come, though. One penalty for each skier. Just a quick reminder for those who are not so familiar with the Telemark racing format. The racers pick up 1 second penalty points for not being in the Telemark position, and also for not making the line on the jump or landing in the Telemark position. There we have it, the win for Argeline Tan-Bouquet from France through to the next round. Next in the gate, in the blue course from Germany, Berit Junger taking on Switzerland's Martina Weiss. Martina Weiss qualifying in 6th position, Berit Junger in 11th. Martina's one of the successes on the Telemark circuit, came across from Alpine racing. Took her first podium in her first season race in Telemark just a year ago, 2 years ago even. Taking a bit of time out this season, concentrating on some free ride contests. Interesting to see she's using some alpine ski poles there, unlike most of the racers who do use longer Nordic poles. And 0 penalties for Martina Weiss. Only just making that yellow control gate though. Plenty of support for the young German in chase, Berit Younger. But it looks like a win for Martina Weiss. There we have it. Through to the next round.
Das kommt zum letzten Duell in diesem Bereich zumindest mal.
Katrin Reichmann gegen Masa Strakel.
Great skiing from both ladies there. And pretty close coming into 360. We saw Martina take a slight lead. Well, just one more pairing before we see Amelie Remel come down the course with Katrin Reichmann from Germany in the red course and Slovenia's Masha Strakel in the blue course. Both races now on course. And Katrin Reichmann taking a marginal lead here over the Slovenian. Both races looking a little bit timid on the jump there. Difficult to say whether they necessarily made the jump line. We'll find out a bit further down the course. There we have it, a 2-second penalty for Masha Strakel there. Unfortunately, it's going to put her a bit further behind. Katrin Reichmann, though, still going for it. There we have it. Reichmann through to the next round. Brilliant effort from the German. Fantastic skating from Reichmann, very well versed skier indeed. There we have the results from the first race. Argeline Tan-Bouquet out there through to the next round. But now the final runner on your screen, Amelie Remel, just racing herself. No pressure here, she just needs to get down the course and she'll be through to the next round. Big yawn at the top. Possibly losing a little bit of sleep. She had a daughter back in March last year. Taking a bit of time out from the circuit. But now come back and looking stronger than ever, I should say. Amelie Remel looking like she's enjoying this course as she goes into the 360. Really likely to have a rather timid skate here. Again, just preserving her energy. 0 penalties for Amelie Remel. Straight up and towards the finish. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen, the legendary Amelie Remel. Over 180 World Cup starts to her name. The most successful FIS Telemark athlete known to mankind. She'll be through to the next round. You see on your screen now, the wind's picking up a little bit today. We did have a warning that there may well be 70km/h winds this afternoon. So things may pick up a bit. Fortunately, we've got some great guys on skidoos ferrying people up and down the course. Certainly speed things up a bit. On your screen there, though, Jonas Schmidt from Germany, just staying warm in the start. He'll be coming up against Noé Clay from France, who'll be in the blue course. We saw a glimpse of Nicolas Michel on the screen just then, who took the silver in Pralu just over a week ago. A real contender for today's race. Jonas Schmidt in the red course qualified first place today. Certainly looking to make amends, having taken the silver yesterday. He'll be going for the gold today. So in just a few moments' time, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be getting the second round of the men's parallel sprint underway. Noé Clay coming up against Jonas Schmidt, getting the racing underway. So far, a couple of tight races, but plenty more action to come. Of course, the racing should get closer and closer as time goes on, as we see the faster racers get through to the next round. Now on your screen in the red course, Jonas Schmidt from Germany, our fastest qualifier today. Coming up against Noé Clay from Samoa in France in the blue course. Both races out the gate. I suspect this will be a very close race indeed. Two very, very capable. Oh, Jonas Schmidt making a mistake there. Just coming out the course a bit, giving Noé Clay the lead. Noé Clay has got the clay today, as we say, and taken a little lead over Jonas Schmidt. Jonas Schmidt, though, coming through from the inside. Oh, Noé Clay over. Wow. Difficult to see exactly what happened there. But Jonas Schmidt comfortably going into the lead. I like to hope there was fair play. Not too much pushing going on. Always very, very difficult for the jury on parallel day. Very difficult to see exactly what happened. Whose fault that was. We've seen the replay there. It looks like Noé Clay just fell on the inside. A rather unfortunate race for the French. We see again the replay now. Really powerful skate from Jonas Schmidt here. Brilliant skater. It looks like he's just slightly ahead, and Noé Clay falls on the inside. I like to think that was fairly fair there. No doubt we will await a jury decision for the winner of that round. It's one of the beauties of having the live stream, having it on TV. It's very, very useful for the jury here to be able to just rewind it and have another look at exactly what's going on. Here we are. Jonas Schmidt just coming through on the inside. See the coaching team on the left looking on. Of course, with the parallel sprint, the racers must appeal immediately if they are against the jury decision. Our race coordinator, Andrea Johan, in the finish area now. And there we have it. Julien, the coach from France, throwing his hand in the air. It looks like it's a win for Jonas Schmidt, given his reaction. Very unfortunate for the French racer, but once again, it's so difficult to judge these races. Ah, there we have it, a win for Noé Clay. Jonas Schmidt disqualified. An interesting jury decision there. There we have it, Noé Clay through to the next round. Jonas Schmidt, unfortunately disqualified. Very, very difficult decision there. Next up now on your screen, the legendary Nicolas Michel from Switzerland in the red course, taking on Germany's Julian Zerbert in the blue course. Nicolas Michel took the silver in Pralu just over a week ago. Coming into today with a lot of confidence. No doubt looking for a win today. Julian Zerbert, though, doing well, keeping up. Oh, both races very, very tight into 360. Nicolas Michel taking a slightly higher line at the finish, which looks like it's paid off. Both races, 0 penalties. Nicolas Michel maintaining a slight lead over the German Julian Zerbert, but not giving up that easily. Putting up a brilliant fight. And the win goes to Nicolas Michel. What a tight race, especially going into that 360. So, so close. Both races level the whole way. Good to see a good clean 360 though, not too much pushing and shoving in these earlier races. Next up though, Bene Holzmann from Germany, taking on Leonhard Müller, also from Germany in the red course. Bene Holzmann in the blue course. Slight correction to the graphic you can see on your screen there. Leonhard Müller in the red course. Bene Holzmann from Germany also in the blue course. Bene Holzmann, one of the veterans on the German team, showing his experience now, taking a slight lead over Leonhard Müller. Ooh, a bit of a stumble there for Bene, just exiting the 360. But still maintaining a slight lead here. Both racers picking up 0 penalty points, going straight to the finish. There's no giving up, pushing all the way to the line. There we have it, a win for Bene Holzmann. Very marginal win, but a win's a win in the parallel. Great flight from both racers. Good to see some tightly contested races this early on. Trym Loken taking on Sivert Hull, two very able Norwegian skiers. I wouldn't like to call this one too early. Of course, Trym Loken took third place in the parallel sprint in Pralu just over a week ago. But I certainly wouldn't discount Sivert Hull from Norway. Been racing for a while. The 23-year-old's incredibly strong. Never taken a World Cup podium, Sivert. And Trym Loken, a well-known face on the podium. Currently Norway's champion. Interesting, such a difference in height. You see Sivid Hull almost right up to the top of the starting area there. Such a powerful skier. Trym Lochen as well. Superb skier, took his first podium in Rauris in 2014 in the sprint, taking the second. Just 2 years older than Sivid. Both races now in the gate. Trym Lochen in the red course, Sivid Hull from Norway in the blue course. Who's going to take the win through to the next round? It looks like Sivid has a slight lead over Lochen. This is going to be a very, very tight race indeed. But here we have it, Trym Lochen showing his experience. Oh, just almost taking out Trym. We saw Sivid Hull crashing into the netting there. Let's hope he's okay. It didn't look like a particularly bad crash, but you never know with these things. Trym Lochen just slowing down. Take a look at Sivid stuck in the netting. Really unfortunate, very close near miss there. We saw Trym Lochen almost skiing straight into the mighty Viking Sivid Hull there. Good to see them having a bit of a hug and a kiss before Trym goes through. Going around the course, going through the formalities and through to the finish. See what happens in the replay there. Sivid Hull going right across the red course there. Trym Lochen just narrowly missing him. A little bit of a jump in the air. Amazing skiing from Trym. Responding so quickly to the sliding Viking. Now on your screen, Jure Elish from Slovenia. Taking on Mati Lopez of France in the blue course, Jure Elish in the red course. Two very, very well matched racers. Jure Elish took his first podiums in all 3 disciplines last year. Very, very proficient racer. Mati Lopez took his first podium some years ago in Rjukan in Norway, 2015 in the Classic. Well, both races off out the gate. Contrasting build in these two guys. Mati Lopez, huge, powerful guy, big levers. Jure Elish, very slight figure. Mati Lopez taking the lead though. Only a small lead. Jure Elish on the, I was going to say on the lower line, but following Mati Lopez down. It might come down to penalties here. There we have it. Second penalty for Mati Lopez. Jure Elish takes the lead for Slovenia. It's going to be a close race. There we have it. Jure Elish over the line, taking the win. Very, very close race. Mati Lopez fortunately threw it away, picking up a second penalty. Looks like didn't quite. There we saw in the replay there. Jure Elish really jumping for it, making the jump line. Mati Lopez picking up that penalty, throwing away his lead, unfortunately.
So war es dann schlussendlich auch. Weiter jetzt mit dem Duell Olle Kolberg gegen Stefan Matter.
Next up in the blue course from Switzerland, Stefan Matter will be taking on Sweden's Ole Kullberg in the red course. Stefan Matter took the 5th position in Pralu in the last parallel sprint. A real master of the sprint and the parallel sprint. No doubt looking to better that result today. And a very small lead for Mata after the jump, as a matter of fact. Oh, Ole Kulberg getting slightly twisted up in the lower gate there. Stefan Mata broken a pole though, and he's missed the pole. What an opportunity for Ole Kulberg now. Can Stefan Mata maintain that lead with one pole? It's going to be close. It looks like he's got it. Ole Kulberg cannot catch him up. Stefan Mata, what a result. What a result. Crossing the line with one pole. Unfortunately, Ole Kulberg just couldn't catch up with him. Such exciting racing in these early stages. There we see Stefan Mata throwing his pole away, missing the spare pole from his coach, as we see here. Just out of camera view. Well, a lucky escape there for Stefan Mata as he goes through to the next round. There we have Phil Lau from France. The great, the mighty Phil Lau. Over 200 World Cup starts to his name. Bit of a veteran on the circuit in the red course, taking on in the blue course the young Norwegian Henrik Buchbrein. This may well be a close contest. At this stage, I'll call it for France. Phil having taken the win in Pralu. No less than 110 World Cup podiums to his name. He is the man to beat today. Henrik Buchbrein, though, a man to be reckoned with. Well, both races now on course. Good start from both. Phil Lau generating so much speed so early on in the gates. Taking a slight lead over Norwegian. So comfortable after the jump. Brilliant line. Henrik Buchbrein, though, not giving up just yet. Taking a slightly lower line in the 360. Both races carrying plenty of speed. Coming out. 0 penalties for both racers. They have a nice clean run. Phil Lau just having a glance back, saving a little bit of juice for the following rounds. There we have it, Phil Lau through to the next round. It's great to see Phil Lau back on form this season, having moved over to Blossom skis. An interesting move. Lots of the top guys these days are on Blossom skis. We see Jasmine Taylor, Trim Luken also racing Blossom. But next up, Bastian Dyer from Switzerland, the red course, and Christian Lalve-Gelsted from Norway in the blue course. Bastian Dyer, yesterday's winner, will be coming into this race full of confidence. Christian Lalve-Gelsted, though, had a brilliant qualification. Oh, Bastian Dyer looking a bit wild off the jump there. But carrying a little bit of a lead as he goes into 360. One of the most experienced racers on the circuit, Bastian. Just 31 years old. More than 105 World Cup starts to his name. Carries so much experience, similar to Phil Lau coming into these races. There we have Bastian Dyer just cruising over the finish, going through to the next round. There we see it, Bastian looking a bit wild off a jump, but very much equal at that point. Bastian, the Swiss legend, no doubt being cheered on at home by his little daughter Anna and Marina, his partner. There we have the winners from that second round of the men's race. So in just a few moments' time, we shall see the ladies get the race underway. They'll be heading straight up to the start now. There we have it, Simone Oehrli in the blue course, warming up. And it looked like Joanna Holzmann also warming up in the red course. Course crew doing a great job today, maintaining the course, pushing some of the softer snow to the side, making it safe. There we have it from Germany, Joanna Holzmann in the red course, and Switzerland's Simone Oehrli in the blue course. Joanna Holzmann, yesterday's silver medalist, looking to change things today, no doubt. Take a gold in front of a home crowd here in Oberjoch, Germany. And Simone from Switzerland, a very proficient racer also, picks up her first victory in the sprint last season in the US resort of Suicide 6. Plenty of supporters lining the course here today with it's almost like a Michael Jackson there, throwing some moves down. Slightly less enthusiastic dancing in the other corner. And there's Guru Hilde Schellset on your screen now, staying warm in the start. Amélie Reymond from Switzerland. So just a quick recap, we are now well into the parallel sprint here in Oberjoch, Germany. We've seen some very, very close racing thus far, but plenty more races to go down the course as we get further in. Of course, it's a knockout competition, so the racing will be getting faster and faster as things hotten up throughout the day. See shots, some of the course crew now getting some of the loose snow out of a 360 there as things start to warm up just a little bit here in Oberjoch. So far not too much wind at the bottom of the course, which is a good sign. We were warned of 70 kilometre an hour winds for this afternoon, but so far so good. As the teams start making their way back up to the start on skidoos. There's Joanna Holzmann from Germany, just staying warm in the start. As soon as all the ladies are assembled at the top, the racing will get underway. Great scenes from the crowds lining the finish here. There really is a brilliant sort of festival atmosphere here in Oberjoch. A lot of Telemark skiers on the slope, which is great to see. A really strong, community-spirited event here with some of the best racers in the world battling it out in the quarterfinals of the ladies. Well, our first pair of ladies just getting ready in the gate now. Joanna Holzmann from Germany in the red course and Simone Oehrli from Switzerland in the blue course. Joanna picked up the second position yesterday, fastest in qualification this morning. Simone has had success in the past, not so much success in the parallel sprint. Well, both races now on course in the start of this quarterfinal. Johanna Holzmann taking a marginal lead here over the Swiss. Possibly a slight advantage in the red course going into the 360. Both races picking up 0 penalties. Nice clean line through to the finish. There we have it, Johanna Holzmann just out skiing Simone Oehrli, going through to the next round into the semi-finals. Big grin on Johanna's face as the local favourite. Great replay here. Holzmann in the lead. Very, very difficult to overtake someone once you've gone around a 360. Once you've got that lead, unless you pick up penalties. Well, I mean, unless you don't pick up penalties, it's difficult not to win. But next on course, Jasmine Taylor from Great Britain in the blue course, and Norway's Guro Helge Selseth in the red course. Jasmine Taylor from Ipswich in the UK, without being watched by young William, Grandma Whitehouse, Mark and Karen, and Guro Helge Selseth being watched by all her party friends back home. Bit of a disco girl, as some might say, but now a very astute student, she assures me. Big jump from both ladies. Fairly level, maybe Guro Helge Selseth taking a slight lead over Jasmine Taylor as they approach the 360. Taylor taking the lower line. Oh, almost a bit of a clash there. Jasmine Taylor overtaking Hilde Selseth. 0 penalty points for both ladies as they come up into the final section of the skate. Really close racing in this round. Jasmine Taylor approaching the finish, taking the win there for Great Britain. What was a tough race for both ladies. We saw Jasmine Taylor just coming underneath Hilde Selseth, who's trying to cut her off a little bit, trying to cut that 360 a bit shorter. Congratulations to Jasmine Taylor, very unlucky. Guro Helge Selseth. Big smile from Taylor, she makes it through to the semi-finals. Next up from France, Argeline Tambouquet in the red course, and Martina Weiss from Switzerland in the blue course. Martina Weiss, a successful alpine skier, crossed into Telemark just over a year ago. Argeline Tambouquet, a well-versed, very experienced French Telemark skier, took her first parallel sprint podium in Pralou just over a week ago. It's going to be a very, very close race. It looks like Martina Weiss has the slight advantage here going into 360. Just carrying a bit more speed coming out. Argeline Tambouquet has her work cut out. Unfortunately, it looks like one of the skiers picked up a penalty. I think it was Martina Weiss. Argeline Tambouquet going for the finish though for France. There we have a win for Tambouquet. Very, very closely fought race there. And there we have it, Argeline Tambouquet through to the semi-finals. In the gate now, in the red course from Switzerland, the greatest, Amelie Reymond, taking on Katrin Reichmann from Germany in the blue course. Amelie Reymond, the most successful FIS Telemark athlete of all time. Amelie took the gold medal yesterday in the sprint. She took only bronze. I say only bronze. Bronze in Pralu. Unusual for Amelie, such a consistently strong skier. Both racers taking 0 penalty points as they come into the skating section now. Great skiing from both racers. Amelie Remel through to the next round. Catherine Reichmann putting up a good performance. Unfortunately, not quite enough. There's the great Amelie Remel in the finish. Well, without delay, it looks like we are on to the men already. Noé Clay from France in the blue course, and Switzerland's Nicolas Michel getting ready in the red course. Whilst the men are going down, the ladies will be heading straight back up. But there we have the results from a quarter-final of the ladies. It will certainly be a very, very tight race between Holtzmann and Taylor. There we see Jasmine Taylor heading back up behind the skidoo. And Argeline Tambouquet, who will take on Amelie Remel from Switzerland in the semi-final. Back on course, the crew doing a great job moving lots of soft snow here. And so far it doesn't look too windy either. But straight in to the men's quarter-final, Noé Clay and Nicolas Michel getting the quarter-final underway here in Oberjoch, Germany. Well, there's Noé Clay from Samoa. Let's see whether he's got the clay today. One of France's finest Telemark racers. Clay first joined the World Cup in 2015. Took a Junior World Championship medal in Murin last year. Coming up against Nicolas Michel, the legend that took second place in Pralu. One of the best fighters on the circuit. Whoa, Noé Clay over. Looks like he's missed a gate, leaving the Swissman Nicolas Michel riding around the 360. Very unfortunate skiing from Noé Clay. It looked like he just fell inside the turn there. Real shame for Noé Clay getting this far. There we have it, Nicolas Michel over the line through to the semi-finals. There we have it, Noé Clay sliding over, just falling inside the turn. It's a risky technique the French take. They often incline into the turn, putting all their weight into it, and just sometimes their skis do slip away. When they get it right though, very, very fast style of skiing. Next up though, Trym Loken from Norway in the blue course, taking on Benne Holtzmann from Germany in the red course. Again, I would be surprised if this is an exceptionally close race between the two veterans. Trym Loken took the bronze medal in Pralu. Benne Holtzmann on a home hill here. Oh, looking wild over that jump there. Holtzmann's skis just getting a bit crazy in the air. We're having mistakes here. Benne Holtzmann almost skiing out the course. giving Tim Locken the lead. Really unlucky skiing there from the German Holzmann, the older brother of Joanna Holzmann, who's through to the semi-final. And Tim Locken heading for the line. There we have it, the 23-year-old Tim Locken through to the next round. There we see it in the replay there. Holzmann just coming out of a racing line, getting stuck in some of the softer snow. Stefan Matter now on your screen, the Swiss legend, taking on Jule Elish from Slovenia. Switzerland on the red course, Slovenia on the blue course. Two sprint specialists right here, battling it out for a place in the semi-final. Both extremely quick from edge to edge. It looks like Jule Elish taking the lead here over Stefan Matter. Stefan Matter clawing his way back though as they approach the 360. Oh, Stefan Matter taking a brilliant line. 360 there. Just behind going in, ahead coming out. Really tactical play from Matter. Jule Elish though, chasing hard. It's going to come down to the line. Both men going for the finish. And a win for Stefan Matter. Although Jule Elish has his hand in the air, clearly not happy with what happened in the 360 there. No doubt we'll see in the replays just a few moments time what happened. It looked like Matter was on the top of the loom, coming down, just cutting off Jule Elish. Hopefully we'll see a replay in a minute, see exactly what went on. Hands straight up in the air. Jule Elish put an appeal in to the jury. So no doubt a short delay here. There we have it, under review, that last run. What goes on here? There we have it, Stefan Matter slightly higher. And then cutting down. Difficult to see whether there's any contact made there. It looked like fair play to Stefan Matter, although I wouldn't like to put a decision on that. Luckily, we've got a very, very experienced jury. Didn't quite see what happened behind that course worker there, just getting in the camera view. Here we have the slow motion replay again. Jule Elish taking the lower line. Stefan Matter coming from high to low. It looks like a clean run there. No pushing that far. Ah, now here, this is where the issues happen. Jule Elish trying to get inside. Stefan Matter just ahead. Very unfortunate for Jule Elish, unable to get through. But having said that, both 0 penalties. So Stefan Matter takes the win for Switzerland. Great race from both young men. Stefan Matter through to the semi-finals. Some tough jury decisions today. Very, very lucky, as I mentioned before, to have such an experienced and wise jury. Next up, Phil Lau from France taking on Bastien Dayer from Switzerland. France in the blue course, Switzerland in the red course. I wouldn't like to put my money on this race here. Both two of the most experienced racers in the World Cup circuit here. Both with over 200 World Cup starts to their name. Bastien took the win yesterday. Phil Lau, though. Oh, Bastien getting slightly wide and wild. Phil Lau, ski in the air, clinging on for his life. Phil Lau took the win in Pralu just over a week ago. Bastien took the win yesterday. It's anyone's game. Oh, Phil Lau just avoiding penalties. Taking a little bit of a lead here over Bastien Dayer from Switzerland. And there we have it. The win goes to France Phil Lau will go through to the next round. A real shame for Bastian Dyer. Just having a few issues there, we have it. Getting caught in some of the soft snow. Fantastic run from Phil Lau.
Holzmann hält auf jeden Fall die Fahne hoch, kann man sagen. Gleich also die Damen. Und jetzt wird erstmal hier das präpariert.
Both races now in the finish. Phil will be heading straight up to the start now for the next round. Great views here in Oberjoch, Germany. And there we have it, concludes the quarterfinals of the men's race. Well, ladies and gentlemen, just in a few minutes' time, the racing will commence again. We saw the men battling it out in the quarterfinals for a spot for the semis. On the screen now, Seb Monsard, Rudy Weber, the British and the respective Swiss coach, looking on. It's great to have such phenomenal support here from all the locals who come out in force to cheer on their favourite German athletes. On the screen now, Amélie Reymond there at the top, Nicolas Michel also from Switzerland in the background. Just trying to stay warm ahead of their next runs, but here we have it. The semi-final with Jasmine Taylor from Great Britain taking on Joanna Holzmann from Germany and Angeline Tambouquet from France taking on the legendary Amélie Reymond of Switzerland. Well, there are our favourite penalty ladies in the finish, just there, gearing up for an exciting semi-finals here in Oberjoch, Germany, in this parallel sprint. As you can see on your screen, conditions are still fine. The wind doesn't look too bad, not too much of an issue just yet. As we can see, the chairlift is still running. But there we have Joanna Holzmann from Germany, local girl, looking to take the win today after her silver yesterday, just being denied that top spot by Switzerland's Amélie Reymond, who has returned back this season, having taken a year out to have her daughter. Penalty ladies back on screen now doing their thing. I think they also need some dance lessons. I suppose at least they're in time. I'll give them a strong 8 out of 10 for that. Room for improvement though, as we go back to the start with Jasmine Taylor in the blue course for Great Britain, and Germany's Joanna Holzmann, the local favourite, in the red course. Both very, very close rivals indeed. Jasmine Taylor took the bronze medal yesterday just behind Joanna Holzmann. But today is a new day. It's semi-finals of the parallel sprint here in Oberjoch, Germany. Both races awaiting starters' orders. There we have it. Racers now on course. in what's looking to be a very tight semi-finals, this ladies' race. This will determine who makes it through to the final, who makes it through to the small final. Both races level as they approach the 360 now. Oh, Jasmine Taylor goes over, taking a blue gate with her. Let's hope she's okay. Johanna Holtzmann just skiing around. Horrible crash for Jasmine Taylor. Let's hope she's okay. Clearly snapped a pole just out of camera view back then. Very unfortunate for Great Britain's Jasmine Taylor, but that will put Johanna Holtzmann through to the final. And she'll be taking on the winner of the following round, where we'll see Argeline Tan-Bouquet from France taking on Amélie Reymond of Switzerland. Rather concerned looking Johanna Holtzmann, very good friends with Jasmine Taylor. Let's hope Jasmine's back on her feet. Here we see the replays now. Good start from both ladies. Oh, and Jasmine Taylor just falling over, losing the lenses in her goggles. Huge crash. Oh, it looks like her ski actually came off before impact into that blue gate. There we have it right there. That's really unfortunate end to this contest for Taylor. You see her ski pop off. She's using a rather unusual setup, favoured by lots of the British with a pin binding as opposed to the more traditional Rottweiler NTN, which we see commonly used on the World Cup. Jasmine Taylor clearly in some pain at the bottom of the course there. Fortunately, the German team have a doctor on hand who will be attending to Jasmine Taylor. A short course interruption now before we see Argeline Tan-Bouquet from France taking on Switzerland's Amélie Reymond. There we have Argeline Tan-Bouquet, or Argie as she's commonly known as to her friends in the start. And Amélie Reymond from Switzerland in the red course. Both races now awaiting the starters' orders, as we'll see who goes through to the final. Argeline Tan-Bouquet on the blue course. He took the win in Pralou. Certainly has a great chance in this race. Amélie Reymond of Switzerland, the red course. One of the most experienced racers on the World Cup. Oh, just cutting underneath Argeline Tan-Bouquet, who took the 360 slightly longer. Both races picking up 0 penalties. Amélie Reymond's going to be tough to beat now, and she steams ahead of the French lady Argeline Tan-Bouquet. There we have it, a win for Amélie Reymond through to the final. Argeline Tan-Bouquet shaking her head, goes through to the small final. There we have interesting tactics there. It's exactly the same as what Stefan Matter did with Jura Elish from Slovenia, cutting the 360 short. The Swiss tacticians win again. Good to see what looks like Jasmine Taylor clearly off the course now. There we have it. The results from the semi-final. Johanna Holtzmann will come up against Amélie Reymond in the final. Nicolas Michel now on your screen in the red course. Just getting ready now. Ready for his semi-final. Coming up against Trym Loken from Norway in the blue course. And after this, we'll see Phil Lau from France taking on Stefan Matter. I suspect, again, this will be a very, very close race. Two of the Telemark greats coming into this. Trym Loken, just 25 years of age, over 100 World Cup starts, taking on Nicolas Michel. Very, very successful Swiss racer. Both skiers level as they approach the jump. Trym Loken staying slightly lower, possibly taking a small lead over Nicolas Michel as they approach the 360. Not much in it now. Trym Loken managing to carry plenty of speed through there. 0 penalties, both skiers. Nice clean run. Both skiers battling it out. Trym Loken maintaining that lead over Nicolas Michel, not giving up. There we have it. The win goes to Trym Loken through to the next round, who will come up against either Stefan Matter or Phil Lau. Of course, the next race will determine that outcome. Brilliant racing from both athletes there. Trym Loken clearly happy with his win there against Nicolas Michel, who beat him in the previous race. Now on your screen, Phil Lau from France, from Maribel, France in the blue course. Stefan Matter from Switzerland in the red course. Phil Lau, one of the most experienced World Cup racers here today. Stefan Matter, slightly newer to Telemark, took his first podium in 2013 in Hintertux. Nice clean start for both racers as they head over the jump. Both racers into the 360, similar time. Oh, Stefan Matter goes over. Phil Lau manages to stay on his feet. Rather unfortunate crash there. Phil Lau cruising towards the finish now. And there we have it, a win for Phil Lau through to the next round with a massive gash in his race suit. Stefan Matter having a bit of a sit down in the 360 there. Most unfortunate. Here we see the replay there. Stefan Matter just coming up behind Phil Lau and being forced backwards onto the backs of his skis. That puts Phil Lau through to the final up against Trym Loken. Well, it appears that that race is under review. No doubt a jury decision will come about very soon. Certainly from the commentator's angle, it looked like a fair race, fair win for Phil Lau. Let's see what the jury say. There we have it. The win goes to Phil Lau after that decision. Great race. Great fight from both races, though. Well, in just a few moments' time, we'll be getting the finals underway with the legendary Trym Loken from Norway taking on Phil Lau. And we'll see the two Swiss men, Nicolas Michel and Stefan Matter, battle it out for the bronze medal in the small final. But first off, we'll see local legend Joanna Holzmann taking on the Swiss veteran Amelie Reymond. Good to see Jasmine Taylor back up at the start as well. Looks like she'll start in the small final, which is great to see. And she'll take on Argeline Tambouquet from France. Well, the wind's picking up a little bit. We see a Swiss flag blowing in the wind at the start. Good to see the lift still running though. Obviously, he hasn't had enough wind to stop things just yet. A beautiful afternoon here in Oberjoch. The sun is shining. The delicious German beers are flowing in the tent at the bottom. It's a great festival atmosphere here, as with all the World Cup races. We see the final ski preparation going up at the top. The Norwegian coach pair just preparing skis with Trym Loken. It really is a team effort there. We saw Sivid Hull, who got knocked out earlier on, just helping with the ski preparation as well. Of course, the skis make such a difference in conditions like today, especially coming out the start. There's an amazing difference, but a glide wax will make accelerating the skier into their first gate. Just while we've got a few minutes before the finals, I'd like to take a minute to say a big shout out to Tanner Wisnik and Sarah Moe. Tanner and Sarah Moe, both from the US of A. Tanner had a nasty crash in training just before the first World Cup. Unfortunately, that's put him out of action for a while. But he'll be residing in Chamonix for the time being. Wishing him a swift recovery. But here we have the start list for the ladies' final. Amelie Reymond from Switzerland taking on Joanna Holzmann, the local favourite from Germany. And Great Britain's Jasmine Taylor from Great Britain taking on Argeline Tambouquet from France. Great to see the crowds picking up a bit at the bottom as we approach lunchtime here in Oberjoch, Germany. Argeline Tambouquet there on your screen, just trying to stay warm. Course crew doing a great job there, clearing the snow from the skate section. Things really are softening up here as we approach 1:45 Central European time. Hopefully we'll see the racing continue in just a few moments now. Little chappy there, giving us a big smile and wave. Could be the next Telemark star of the future. We look forward to welcoming him on the World Cup. See on your screen there, black cap, yellow glasses, the Frankinator. He got knocked out earlier on, unfortunately. And now at the start, Jasmine Taylor from Great Britain in the blue course. Argeline Tambouquet from France in the red course. It really is anyone's game here today, fighting it out for the bronze medal. Good to see Jasmine Taylor back on her feet after what was a pretty nasty crash. Question is, who wants it more? Both ladies now on course for the bronze medal here in Oberjoch, Germany, in the parallel sprint. Both fairly level as they approach the jump even. Argeline Tambouquet possibly a fraction ahead of Jasmine Taylor. Both ladies having a good 360. Argeline Tambouquet first out, first into the skate. Are there any penalties? Yes, there are. Tambouquet takes a 1 second penalty, putting Jasmine Taylor into the lead. Jasmine Taylor leading for Great Britain. Can she take the bronze medal now after that horrible crash? Yes, she does. Jasmine Taylor goes into third position for Great Britain, throws her poles down. She knows she's had the run of her life after a pretty spectacular crash. Young William will be delighted back at home, as will Granny Whitehouse, Mark and Karen, and the famous Jasmine Taylor fan club. Commiserations to Argeline Tambouke. Jasmine Taylor just did destroyit.com, you could say, as it says so clearly on her helmet. Next up, though, for the final, Amelie Reymond from Switzerland taking on Joanna Holzmann, the local favourite from Germany. Again, I wouldn't like to put money on this race either. Two exceptionally fast racers. Joanna Holzmann came first in qualification. Amelie Reymond took the win yesterday. Both racers now on course. Smooth skiing as they approach the jump. Clean edge sets. Again, so tight. Amelie Reymond perhaps taking a slightly tighter line through the gates. Oh, and we just saw interesting tactics there. We just saw Joanna Holzmann having a fantastic 360, but picking up a penalty second there. And Amelie Reymond having a nice clean run. 0 penalties. Who's going to take the win? Plenty of support for the local hero, Joanna Holzmann. It's going to come down to the line. Amelie Reymond just pips her. There we have it. Such a close race. Brilliant to see Joanna Holzmann coming so close. Unfortunately, not having quite enough to take the win today. And there we have it. Amelie Reymond, the legend, the great from Switzerland, takes the 1-2, the win today and the win yesterday in the sprint. Phenomenal action from both ladies. Very unfortunate penalty for Joanna Holzmann, who was leading off the 360 after a brilliant loom there. We see her coming underneath, as we saw with some of the other racers, Stefan Matter namely. Amelie Reymond just taking the win as we see Joanna Holzmann diving across the line. Well, in just a moment's time, we will see the men's get underway, but there we have our winner, Amelie Reymond in first position, Joanna Holzmann in second, and Jasmine Taylor in third. Exactly the same results as yesterday's race. And brilliant skiing from all the ladies today. But special congratulations to Amelie Reymond taking the 1-2 yesterday and today. Now for the small final and the final in the men's. There we have the two Swissmen, Nicolas Michel in the blue course, Stefan Matter in the red course. So waiting the starters' orders now. Both men out the start. Both very, very similar styles of skiing. Very fluid, clean edge sets. Stefan Matter taking slightly less air. Must be a fraction ahead of Nicolas Michel. There he is. Stefan Matter into 360 first. Nicolas Michel chasing hard though, not giving up yet. 0 penalties for both racers. Nice clean run, as expected, from the best. I don't think Nicolas Michel is going to have enough in the tank to overtake Stefan Matter, who takes the win. Or the bronze medal position there for Switzerland. Brilliant small final. Very successful day for Switzerland, taking a bronze medal here. Of course, we'll get straight on to the final of the men's race now in any moment now after these replays, but lovely skiing from both races, so fluid from edge to edge. It's a real masterclass in Telemark racing right here, ladies and gentlemen. Amazing to see Stefan Matter carry such speed around the 360. And now onto the final. Phil Lau with a ski tie around his arm there. You see a massive gash in his race suit. Phil Lau from France in the red course. Trym Loken from Norway in the blue course. It's anyone's game here in Oberjoch, Germany, for this final of the parallel sprint. Two superb senior racers, very different styles indeed. Phil Lau very compact, very direct. Trym Loken a slightly rounder turn. And Trym Loken has the lead. Phil Lau just smashing the gate, taking the red flag off. Might well come down to penalties. There we have it. A 1 penalty for Phil Lau. That's not going to help his cause as Trym Loken goes storming towards the finish now. There we have it. A win for Trym Loken, having taken the 3rd position in Pralu. Trym takes the win today. Phil Lau in 2nd position. What a spectacular race there, ladies and gentlemen. Delighted Trym Loken. The Norwegians will be so pleased with their golden boy there, Trym, taking the gold. There we see in the replay, beautiful skating there. Fortunately for Phil, it just picks up a 1 second penalty in the red course. Wow, what an afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Trym Loken, today's winner in the parallel sprint. Fantastic skiing. As you can see, conditions still beautiful as the results flash up now. Trym Loken taking the gold, Phil Lau in 2nd, and Stefan Matter from Switzerland going into 3rd. So in just a few moments' time, the flower ceremony will be getting underway with the top men and top women.
Flower Ceremony FIS Weltcup Telemark hier in Oberjoch im Allgäu. Und auf dem 3. Platz, wir sind im Bereich der Herren. On the 3rd place, Stefan Matter, Schweiz, Switzerland.
And Stefan Matter from Switzerland in 3rd position today.
On the 2nd place,
Phil Lau from France going into 2nd. And today's winner from Norway, Trym Loken. Brilliant race from all 3 athletes. There we have it. Fantastic racing. Trym Loken there. Big smile on his face. Such a strong performance. Many congratulations to all 3 men on the podium today.
So, meine Damen und Herren, Sie dürfen gerne schon rumkommen für die Siegerehrungen, können dann auch gleich reinlaufen. Und die Siegerehrungen sind dann auch mit den Nationalhymnen. Jetzt derzeit gerade noch die Flower Ceremonies und es geht jetzt weiter mit der Flower Ceremony der Damen.
And just a few minutes time now, we have the ladies' flower ceremony getting underway.
FIS Weltcup Telemark Ladies hier in Oberjoch im Allgäu und auf dem dritten Platz on the third place, Jasmine Taylor. Great.
And in third position after a pretty nasty crash in the semi-finals, Jasmine Taylor from Great Britain clinching the third position. Very dramatic crash, see a bit of a scrape on her chin. Johanna Holzmann there from Germany taking the second. And in first position from Switzerland, the great Amélie Reymond once again taking the win for Switzerland. Such an impressive, consistent performance from the Swiss. And the ladies' podium today, Amélie Reymond taking the first, the local Johanna Holzmann in second, and Great Britain's Jasmine Taylor in third medal position. Big grin on Amélie Reymond's face, taking the win today. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the racing here in Oberjoch, Germany. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll be back in Krvavec, Slovenia for the next set of races for the Junior World Championships and the next World Cup before we move to Norway for the World Championships. That's all from me, Jack Carver-Taylor. Thank you very much for joining us, and I look forward to bringing you the action once again very soon. Cheerio for now.
We will start with the prize giving ceremony in a few minutes. Place number 5, Matti Lopez, 4, Stefan Matta, 3, Benedikt Holzmann, 2. Also, in a few minutes we will start with the prize giving ceremony.
Place 5, Simone Early und 4.
Zweites Rennen, zweiter Sieg heute.
In a few minutes we will start.
Schönes Wetter, viele Zuschauer. War es ein perfekter Tag für dich heute?
Ja, es war wirklich super, hier in Oberjoch fahren zu können, und es war wirklich eine tolle Stimmung. Der Verlauf war perfekt und es hat wirklich Spaß gemacht, alle diese Läufe zu fahren.
Ganz spannend war es ja am Schluss auch mit der Johanna Holzmann. Es war ganz knapp der Sieg. Wie hast du das Rennen, vor allem das letzte, erlebt?
Ja, das war ganz eng. Vielleicht habe ich sogar gedacht, dass ich zu früh gewonnen habe. Und dann habe ich auf dem Bildschirm geschaut. Oh, es war wirklich eng, dass sie sind noch so auf die Ziellinie gesprungen. Also ja, es war mega eng bis zum Schluss, aber ich bin so froh, dass ich gewonnen habe.
Danke, noch ein paar Wörter in Französisch.
C'était vraiment une superbe journée ici à Oberjoch. C'est vraiment une belle piste, il y avait une super ambiance. Ça a été vraiment serré jusqu'au bout. En finale, j'ai presque pensé peut-être que j'avais levé les bras trop tôt, mais heureusement que j'avais quand même passé moi la ligne en premier.
Dankeschön, herzlichen Glückwunsch.
Okay.
Ja. Okay. So kann ich so. Ja. Ja, Johanna, das zweite Rennen, wieder der zweite Platz, ganz knapp diesmal dran vorbei. War es trotzdem ein perfektes Wochenende für dich hier in Oberjoch?
Ja, es war ein mega Wochenende, klar, wieder knapp, schade, vor allem weil jetzt, glaube die letzten 5 Läufe, 3-mal schneller und halt 2-mal zum blöden Zeitpunkt langsamer. Ich weiß jetzt gar nicht, wie knapp es war, aber es hat sich auf jeden Fall eng angefühlt und ja, das Finale war nicht fehlerfrei, also ich weiß, woran es lag und ja, nächstes Mal geht noch ein bisschen mehr hoffentlich.
Und was hast du jetzt vor allem im Finale, wie hast du das Rennen erlebt? Woran lag es dann, dass es das kleine Sekunde dann zu wenig war?
Ja, oben ging es richtig gut los, auch über den Sprung und dann wusste ich die letzten 3 Tore vom Kreisel, die drehen nochmal ein bisschen mehr und habe versucht zu investieren, aber ich habe sie schon im Nacken gespürt und man kriegt ja mit, wie knapp sie neben einem ist. Und dann habe ich es halt voll riskiert und das ist leider nicht ganz ausgegangen, deshalb musste ich das letzte Tor parallel fahren und habe einen Penalty bekommen, musste also einen weiteren Weg dann skaten und ja, das hat sich dann leider nicht ausgegangen.
Trotzdem 2-mal auf dem Podest. Was kannst du damit jetzt für die nächsten Rennen noch mitnehmen hier von den Erfolgen?
Ja, der Anfang der Saison war ja ein bisschen holprig und jetzt bin ich auf jeden Fall auf dem richtigen Weg und ich weiß auch, dass ich schnell sein kann und ja, für die nächsten Rennen ist jetzt Ziel, dass es wieder für ganz nach vorne reicht, dass ich einfach konstant ganz vorne mitfahren kann und dann soll es auch mal wieder mit ganz oben klappen.
Dann für heute vielleicht noch ein paar Worte auf Englisch, wie das Rennen für dich hier verlaufen ist, vor allem das Finale.
Yeah, the finals was really intense. I think Amelie and me, we had a really good battle. It was quite close. Sadly, I had a mistake in the last gate, so I got the penalty there and had to take the more line in skating. And then it was just a little bit too few for the finish. Sad that it wasn't enough for the win, but I'm hungry for the next races in Slovenia, and yeah, I hope that I can prove that I'm fast there.
Good luck with that. Thank you.
Thanks.
So, und wir beginnen jetzt in diesen Augenblicken dann mit den offiziellen Siegerehrungen.